Starting with a simple interrupted. It's just a single stitch tied individually. You are going to grasp the tissue. Use the forceps to help supinate the skin around the needle and come out. And again on the other side, making your entry point the same as your exit point and trying to come out at the same distance which you entered on the other side. I'm going to instrument tie this stitch. Loop the suture around your needle driver, grasp the tail, and tighten. Try to keep the end with the needle still on it tight to help hold tension. Again, wrap and pull down in the opposite direction to make a square knot. And then continue this back and forth. And cut, leaving a tail. Vertical mattress is a far, far, near, near suture. It starts out just like a simple interrupted. Grab your tissue, using your forceps to help manipulate the skin and supinate. Again, try to enter at the same exit point in the wound on the opposite side and come out an equal distance as you entered on the other side. This is your far. Then you're going to want to backload, reverse your needle, backhand it, come back in, and we'll do our near, near. Again, grab the tissue and come in a little nearer to the wound. And again, trying to stay even and coming in parallel to where you exit it. Come out the other side a little nearer than your entry point. And tie it off. So for your vertical mattress, it starts out just like your vertical. You start out just like a simple interrupted suture. But instead of going back and doing near, near, or just instrument tying at this point, you're going to backload, reverse your needle into the backhand position, move over about 3 to 4 millimeters from your exit point, and create a new entry point going in the opposite direction. And it's important to keep your new entry point horizontal, parallel to the exit point. And come out on the other side, trying to come out at the same distance that you entered. Again, staying horizontal to all the points. For a continuous running stitch, you want to start out just like you would your simple interrupted. Again, trying to keep your entry and exit points an equal distance apart from the wound. You want to go ahead and make your knot. And this time, just cut the tail. Don't cut the end with your suture needle on it. So your suture is then going to cross the wound to the opposite side, and much again like continuing another simple interrupted. Except it's going to cross over, and try to keep your entry and exit points the same distance apart. Again, you're going to come back to the other side of the wound and just do another simple across. And this is your continuous running suture. Again, you just keep going right back across the wound and coming back like you're doing a standard simple interrupted suture. Now, to make this a running locking suture, what you're going to do is start like you're coming across the wound. Same thing, just like you're doing a continuous running or a simple interrupted. And before you pull the suture taut, you want to go through this loop here of suture, creating a lock. So again, when you come out the other side, you want to come through this loop. And you are locking your suture. Again, coming through the loop to lock the suture. So for a subcuticular, you want to start at the apex parallel to the skin. Create your knot. And you only want to cut the tail without the needle. You then want to backload in your needle, come back under your knot and through the apex to bury your knot. Then starting on the opposite side, parallel to the skin, and slightly back from where your knot is, you start suturing. And you continue this with each side of the incision. You want your new entry point to be slightly back from the exit point that was on the other side. So to finish off the subcuticular, you want to make your knot, leaving a loop, instrument tie around. Now, it's best to grab the end of the loop that you're suturing from. This will help it stay tight. Then you want to cut the loop and go underneath your knot and out the skin on the other side. Pull taut to bury the knot and cut the suture even with the skin. Holding both tails taut in each hand, you want to take your thumb, loop it under and over. Use again your thumb pinching to push the other tail, the left tail, through, and using your right finger to tighten down. Come back around with your thumb to use a loop. Do the same pinching and through motion and tie down in the opposite direction to create a square knot.